All right, here we go. This is the first time playing this hardcore world since the update. So, kind of get caught back up here with where we're at. So last time we created a wheat farm. So we can see wheat farm down there. We've got our starter house up to 2 floors. That's going well. We could keep going up. Realistically, I see some pigs in the distance. Once we get some wheat from here, we can use the seeds and the wheat to attract some of the wildlife. So the wheat, we could bring some sheep and cows over. Seeds grab the chickens. But right now, we don't have that. And I don't have any in my inventory either. So really, I mean, the next steps we could make here, in a hardcore mode, if the goal was how many days can we survive, we could do this infinitely. I mean, really, I could build a fence around here and we could just hang out, right? And count the days and see how many days we can survive. That's not really the goal though, and this doesn't make for really good content either. So what we can do next, as the wheat farm's going, we can build our mining operation. So we don't really have a mine yet. So if we wanted to turn this setup here into like a mining house, we could do that, right? Because again, the goal here isn't to have this be the house that we have in this playthrough. We'd want something a little bit more grandiose, a little bit better than a 2-story simple home here. So what I'll probably do from this point, just to make it a little safer, is consider putting the entrance to the strip mine here, and then using the house somewhat of as a safe barrier, right? That way I don't come up in the open world, up the ladder or however we set it up, and then immediately get sniped by a skeleton and fall down and die, or something like that. So if we're safe here, that makes everything a little bit simpler. So what we'll do right now, we have all wooden instruments still for the most part, and we don't have any cobblestone. So I think that'll be step number 1, but we don't really need to do that now. We can do that as we go down. So what we're going to do is we'll leave that there. We're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to move the furnace out of the way. And we'll just make it's getting really cramped in here, isn't it? Well, this is why we have a second floor. So we're going to put these items up here. Just get them out of the way. And we're going to make the second floor where we have all the important stuff. So take the bed, put the bed upstairs. It's pretty much just redoing the setup here, up 1 floor. And then as soon as I destroy this, all the items are going to come out. There we go, it's Christmas, yay! Take all that, and we're going to put the chest here and start dumping everything back in that we don't need right now. Eventually I'll destroy most of this. For simplicity's sake, just want to get it out of here for right now. So all this wood is going to go to waste because we don't need anywhere near this amount of wood. Instruments, logs, planks. Kind of see as we go down, as soon as I hit, so let's see, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4 right in the middle. That'd be pretty safe. Yeah, let's do that. As you go down and start mining cobblestone, you don't use wood ever again. So to have these wood instruments, in theory, let's see, I have wood here, yeah. You don't need to make them. You could get by with 1 pickaxe, 1 shovel, and then now you'll see here as I start digging up the cobblestone, from this point forward, I should just make stone instruments. And then once you start getting enough iron, then you would make iron instruments, same concept. So it really is just somewhat, I would say asset management, but like inventory control. When you have so much iron that you don't know what to do with it, then you never make a stone pickaxe again. You'll only use iron pickaxes at that point. Gold is kind of the exception because durability on gold is pretty terrible. So if you were to commit to making gold pickaxes, gold swords, that kind of thing, it's honestly more just for a look, or a short-term play, like a quick battle, a quick expedition, because they're not going to last. So if you make 30 golden pickaxes, I mean, you really would just need to have that much gold to where you didn't care, right? But even diamond, if you get to the point with your strip mining where you just have a ridiculous amount of diamond and you don't know what to do with it, then sure, why would you ever use a wooden pickaxe again? You could simply just keep making diamond over and over again. So right now, the wooden one broke, but I have enough cobblestone, so easy enough. Now we can make we'll just do another table right here, just to make it easy. We can do cobblestone pickaxes or stone pickaxes. And that'll be enough so that we can start building up some iron here. So we'll get more coal. Coal's kind of the same thing too. So I mean, really the cool thing about Minecraft is just you can do what you want to do with it, right? So like if you're, you could have left the coal there, right? If you didn't need it, you could have left it there. What I like to do is just stockpile these items because you never know when you're going to want to turn a bunch of cobblestone into actual stone, right? So then you're just destroying the heating element that's in your furnaces. You never know where you're going to go with that. So for me, a lot of this stuff you can transform or stack differently. So coal, right now I have 19, but you can turn coal into, I think it's called blocks of coal. And then that holds a lot more. And I'll show you as we get closer to, or we have that much coal to do something like that. But for right now, we're just going to keep going down towards floor 12. So again, if you're on PC, if you hit F3, you can see the Y value. It's kind of to the left center of the screen, 59. That means I'm 59 floors up or 59 blocks up. So what I do is I'm going to keep going down till I get to floor 12, and that's where I'll set up a pretty in-depth strip mining. So there's not a lot of excitement that comes from that, but when you set up strip mining, it's consistent, it's pretty dependable, it's safe. As long as you're paying attention to what you're doing, you don't have to worry about falling into a lava pit or running into a cave filled with mobs. If you're cave hunting, where you're looking for ravines or caves and you're running around looking for diamond and stuff in there could be a monster around the corner. And for some people, that's exciting and that's the route that they want to go with it. It's not really my goal. If I just wanted to go have fun, sure. But if I want to collect minerals, find diamond, find redstone, all of these things in survival mode, especially on hardcore, safe, consistent, dependable, that's what I'm shooting for. So right now, you could, and normally I would, go straight down with just 2 blocks. So you just stand here, and then you hit one, hit the other. That way you don't fall straight down. Remember, in Minecraft, never dig straight down because you could dig into a coal, you could dig into a lava pit, take the fall damage, and die. We don't want that. So the reason I'm doing 4 here is what I'm going to build is a little bit of like a well. Oh, really? I wonder if that was connected. It's like 2 veins of iron here. I'm going to build a 2x2 well with a ladder, and then at the very bottom of the well, quote unquote, I'm going to have water. And the reason I have water is if you land in water from any height, you don't take fall damage. So, and I assume that hasn't been changed in this update. I will be very disappointed if it has. That'll be embarrassing. But that is a very quick and easy way to move up and down. So the ladder, sure, there are ways to make that a little quicker. Using mine carts is a cool way to do kind of like an up elevator shaft. But the ladder, the water, easiest method. So eventually this will become, I'll just leave it at 2x2 because the starter house is small. But at the very bottom, there'll be water. And then going up one side here, I'll be a ladder. And then we can just climb up. And then when it's time to go down and do more mining, we can literally just jump from the top floor, land in the water below. Cuts a lot of time out from going down. And also by having water, because there's no fall damage, if you were to slip, if you were to, something, you're messing around up in the house and oops, you fall down the well, you won't die, which is nice. So again, if you're not playing hardcore, as long as you're building near your original spawn point, it's not the end of the world, or where you've had a bed. But in hardcore, you die and game's over. So we're taking the extra little precautions here that we can. That way we don't accidentally die and ruin the match. So right now we're down on floor 34. So the goal is to get down to floor 12 and then build the entrance of the strip mine today, and then that'll probably be it. And then next time we'll expand the strip mine, kind of explain why it's set up the way that it is. I covered it a little bit in the tutorial for the Nether portal. So the one where there was no audio, where it was just me doing a quick attempt at the Nether portal. You can see me build a very basic, quick strip mine. I'll expand on that a little bit in the next Let's Play episode. But for now, we're just going to get down to floor 12 safely. And then next time, we're going to add the water, add the ladder, kind of polish this up a little bit, and then build our mining operation down below. So 23, so we're almost there. When you're doing strip mining, you really can pick whatever floor you want. I wouldn't recommend going much below 12. It just seems every time I've done it, and just experience of watching other folks playing, it's where the lava's at. 12, 13, it's a pretty sweet spot for diamond. For the other, if you're looking for iron, gold, emerald, that kind of thing, that it's a good safe spot, and the lava pools are below you. If you're going 10, 9, 11, anything lower than that, you could run into bedrock because you're so close to bedrock at that point. But at the same time, you could also find yourself like just constantly having to redirect because you've got lava here, lava there. You pop a hole in the roof and now there's lava right next to you. It's too much. Does that mean you won't find it at floor 12? No, absolutely not. I mean, there are plenty of times that will happen, I'm sure. But it just hasn't been my experience. Living at 13, 12, it's been a pretty safe bet as we've kind of gone through it. I think we'll just go this way. There's no real difference here. So then once I'm down here on floor 12, and again, you can see that Y value of 12. So you can see going left to right, it's negative 250, 12 and negative 113. Those are the coordinates, but the Y value is the height. So we're 12 blocks up from the bottom of the world right now. So we're just going to dig in a little bit here. This will be where the water's at. So like I can kind of dig this out, and we'll put just a basic little bit of water there. And then you'll come out, and then you'll be in the strip mine. So we'll go like one more in. Yeah, that looks good. And then from here, we'll go this way. So you can see even here on 12, already got iron right there. We found a decent amount of iron already just coming down here. That's all I made for pickaxes. So for now, we'll call it here. But this will be where we set up the strip mine. So all the way down, we're inside of the house, so we don't really have to worry about a mob coming down the tunnel or something crazy like that. As long as we light this up properly, we should be able to avoid the spawn of mobs and that kind of thing. And then as we go up the ladder, when we get all the way back into the house, we are in a safe place. It's not like we're going to get all the way to the top and get surprised by a creeper that blows up and, the end to that, right? So that's it for today's episode. Next time, we're going to expand on this here. We're going to fill in the water. We'll put the ladder up going to the top. And then we'll do a little bit of strip mining, see if we can find things better than cobblestone. So we got 9 iron ore right now. That'll push us probably to 12 or 13, certainly enough to move away from even a stone pickaxe at that point. Or we can make a set of iron armor. That way, if we do get into a fight, we're not just running around in this awesome little business suit here. But as always, thank you all if you made it this far in the video. Appreciate you. Definitely subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'm going to keep working on rolling out tutorials as well as Let's Play episodes. Seeming to be getting a lot more views and likes on the tutorials, which makes sense. I mean, they're helpful, help you get started in the world. So if that's something that interests you, hit that like button, hit the little bell. That way you know when those videos come out. And see you next time.